Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Brood. We are back live in the studio today at Pretty Lux Company, and we're excited about this episode. We know that February is always about the month of love, but tonight we're going to talk about it a little bit differently,
Yes,
okay?
yes.
Because love is not just about a person, right? Sometimes we fall in love with attention, with potential, our comfort, our lifestyle, and the idea of not starting over.
Oof.
Sometimes we stay in situations we know aren't right
Yes.
simply because they feel familiar. We don't just love people, we love routines, we love validation,
Yes.
we love being chosen, we love the version of life we've imagined in our head. So tonight isn't just about relationship, it's also about attachments. The friendship you outgrew, the job you won't leave, the situationship you keep revisiting, the lifestyle you're trying to maintain. Because sometimes the hardest thing isn't losing someone,
Yes.
it's releasing what you built your identity around.
Oh my gosh. Oh, this is gonna
So, I want everybody to be real tonight. Can
Very.
we agree to be real tonight?
be deep. Let me pour
Um,
something.
Are you holding on to love or are you holding on to familiarity? So let's talk about it. Let's get into our celebrity spiel, which is so many topics we could talk about when it comes to love. So,
Yes.
Jamila, what's on the plate today?
I want to add to that too, because sometimes you are attached to the idea of what could have been.
Oh yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like the version of the person that you thought you were going to have, that can make you stay longer as well. Okay, so on the spiel, I want to talk about first. We're going to start out with Fantasia. I know everyone saw how her husband proposed to her again after 11 years.
Yes.
10 or 11 years.
11.
11,
years.
11
Okay.
carats, honey. Don't forget that.
11 carats. So she was on stage performing, and then he came and proposed and said that he did not give her a formal proposal the first time, so he wanted to get it right the second time. But a few people weren't so happy for her. A lot of people had a lot of things to say. One being her father, which I feel like he really can't say a lot because did he sue her at one point?
He did. He did.
You know, so when we talk about love and relationships, a lot of times our families have a lot to say. Right?
Yes, yes.
They want to give their input. They also want to keep us safe as well. Some people, it can be women in our families go down that road that they don't want us to go down, right?
True.
So my question is, when it comes to being married and making big life decisions, how much weight should family opinions really have?
Well, I'm going to jump right back just a little bit at first. Not only did he give her the 11 carats, but he made it known that, hey, fans who basically feed us, I've had to share her with y'all every Valentine's Day, every birthday. Yeah, the fans that take care of them. Yeah, because if it wasn't for their fans, you know, they wouldn't have the success that they had. So first, I didn't like how that was kind of thrown back into the fans' face.
Okay,
We'll go ahead. But back to the family part. Absolutely. I think that you have to separate that. I get what her father was saying and doing, but you know, if we want to quote unquote get biblical here, it says, you know, you leave your house and you cleave to your partner or whatever. And so I think he kind of crossed the line. Now, I'm not saying what he said wasn't true, because
Right.
I do believe there's a little truth in there. But yes, he
They say
made
men
her.
know men.
And
They say men know men.
And he made her.
Yeah,
I mean, she's
yeah.
a product of him.
That's
But
true.
my take is, I thought it was a beautiful gesture.
I did
You
too.
know, I thought it was so lovely in the Valentine's Day spirit. But I do believe Dad had a little bit of truth into it. What about you?
First of all, I shared the post because I thought it was beautiful. I'm a person who likes to be surprised. So I know I've seen a lot of takes where people was just like, why did he pick the stage? She was in her element, she was working, why did he pick the stage? But I'm a person like, pick the stage. I want you to surprise me. I don't want it to be regular for me. So that part didn't bother me, but I'm not gonna hold you. a part of me have always felt like Fantasia is paying for her husband. And so, I mean, the moment you get into the king and queen talk, I get a little iffy.
Yes,
you know,
yes,
and
yes.
I think if I'm not mistaken, he was fresh out of jail.
I didn't know that.
He I ain't gonna say fresh out, but he has been. And he claimed that he ran like these multi-million-dollar businesses, but I'm not aware of what they were. I don't know who he was before her, but it just seems like once he got with her, he's the manager, he's in control.
Another Todd.
They always make them the manager.
And
They always make them the manager, all of them. And I understand that you're saying like, oh, well, my husband, he gonna have my best interest at heart, but does he? Because that's what the daddy was alluding to. is
Yeah,
that
yeah,
She paid
he
for them
really-
11 carats.
Yeah.
And people are getting fired and money is missing. And then that's why he came out talking about, well, I had $1 million businesses before her. Well, where are they?
yes, why aren't we still running those businesses? So
Right. Why
yeah.
don't you have a separate entity? You know, as a married woman who's trying to build $1 million brand myself, my husband joke around and say, oh, I can quit working. I said, oh, you can quit working, but you don't have to have something outside of me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You got to
Just
bring
because
something to the table.
It got to be a difference in it. I don't necessarily want you to completely work for me. I want that to be separate from us. So I thought the gesture was beautiful, but he still gave me something snaky.
Well,
Not sneaky, snaky.
I wanna throw and y'all know I'm a big Fantasia fan. I've been to every time she's came to Macon. I've been to every concert. And so I had been asking my husband a couple of times, hey, you wanna go see Fantasia? Throughout the years, it's always no. So this last time, you know, and I'm just wondering if this is a trend where men kind of
You can
cleave.
open that door.
I know, men trying to cleave to, you know, but I'm going to tell y'all what my husband said, which I didn't agree with him because I'm a Fantasia fan. But he said, you know, I may go this time. And I was like, well, what made you change your mind? He said, well, she's easier to look at now.
Oh.
And so I'm like, what do you
Oh
mean?
my God.
Like, she's.
What's she acting?
I mean, he did. He said, he was like, she's easier to look at now. And I'm like, but she's always been beautiful. He was like, she done got a little curvier, a little thicker. You know, she looking a little bit better. She, you know, she done settled down.
Oh, so
so
she got to be the show. Like, it can't be her voice. It gotta be, she's the show.
Exactly. But what are we attracting because of
Right.
that? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So what are your thoughts on that statement? Because I think Fantasia is a beautiful girl, but I was just thrown back
Oh,
when
look
he
at
said,
Jamila.
when he said that. He's like, she's easier on the eyes. And I mean, what do you mean she's easier on the eyes?
Oh,
No,
okay.
Is
Jamila,
she?
your turn.
I gotta gather my thoughts. Gotta gather my thoughts.
You want me to take it? I've always, while she's thinking, I always thought that Fantasia was a pretty woman. You know, she wasn't like it depended on your standards. I'm a person that believe in looks and beauty is objective.
Very.
Because what is cute and beautiful to one person is not to me. Like, a lot of people be going crazy over, let me see, let's just say Method Man. I was never attracted to Method Man until he got older and became mature. He might still have the same face, and everybody's like, he's always been handsome. Not to me. I thought he was a bum. I thought he was a weed smoking bum, and I did not like Method Man. But now, Method Man could get it if I wasn't married. If I wasn't married. But I didn't think so. So he grew on me. Like, he's easier to look at. I would support something of his. But when he was Red Man and Method Man, I didn't want to see nothing of theirs. Turn it off. I didn't like it.
Interesting. You still hadn't gathered those thoughts. You just don't know what to say to that. Well, I know what you're thinking, and if we want to throw it in there, you know,
That's another.
same thing with Candy and Todd. You know, Candy.
We gotta roll into that. That's our next story.
Oh, is
Okay.
it? Okay, well, that's a
It
good
is.
way to
Okay,
roll
okay.
into it. Go
So
ahead,
let's
go
roll into
ahead.
Next 100 because it kind of ties into that because we got to give an update on my girl Candy.
Okay.
So update now. Todd is in the backyard. Todd haven't paid not one bill in the house, not a utility, not nothing. And she did have it in her prenup that if something happened to where they would file for a divorce, he would have 30 days to get out.
Okay.
But he in the backyard. And he's also asking for spousal support, right? And no, child support, but also custody of the kids. Even though Candy isn't my favorite housewife, I still feel bad for her because she's a woman. But
Mama Joyce was right.
she was. But honestly, that goes back into the Fantasia conversation too, because I feel like when certain women choose certain men that are not basically like on the same level, I feel like financially,
Right.
it becomes an issue. I feel like certain women become prey, if it makes sense,
Now,
to a certain extent. I feel like Todd still had an agenda. I would stand by that. I feel like I saw this coming way before this whole thing happened, okay? So my question is, a woman who is more financially successful, does that shift power dynamics? It does.
I don't
It
think-
shouldn't, no.
It shouldn't, but it
You know,
does.
it
I feel like
shouldn't.
as a man, some men, I ain't gonna speak on all of y'all.
Right.
But you got, your role is to be the provider
Provider.
and protector. And men need to feel needed.
I agree with that.
And I feel like with Todd took a lot in the beginning. You took a lot of disrespect, honey. Ain't no man can sit here and take all that for nothing.
True.
It was a
It was an
thing
agenda.
that Todd said, oh, I'm telling you.
Now
I
you
don't think he was that into her.
Now you've always said from the very beginning. I remember laying on your table with doing lashes, and you was like, I don't see it."
I didn't see
And
it.
I always felt like Todd had opportunities to leave, and he had tried to leave on several occasions.
I don't think he had.
Well, there was times where he was like, "I'm not finna keep putting up with this." Even down to when she had disrespected his mama. When she the mama, they was about to get a fight and stuff like that. It was crazy. I felt like Todd was like, I can't keep doing this.
Todd had to get that bag first.
But
And then
I
the-
don't-
Had to solidify.
I
Yeah.
don't know if
And put
there
two
was no
kids in
bag
them.
to solidify. If you look at it now. What is he solidifying? The prenup was ironclad. He's getting nothing.
He's fighting it very hard.
He's fighting he's trying to survive. Now I don't want to make it sound like I'm trying to save Todd here, because I'm not.
But you are Todd fan.
I
You made that clear.
I said I follow Todd. I love Candy. I'm more of a Candy fan. I just feel like the dynamics of their marriage is just a little bit more, the nuances, her and her travel and her successes, and I feel like out of everything, I feel like that is what caused the rift. Now I know they're saying there's another lady, but Candy has been very vocal about how they open up their bedroom to certain people, and she liked to play, he liked to play. I don't even think it's that. Nobody's really saying what the reason is, but in divorce it gets ugly. No matter how pretty you try to keep it, it gets ugly unless you guys sit down at the table and say this is how it's going to go. Now he is trying to get not sole custody where she don't have any play, but hey, I'm the primary custodian of the children. Candy is in New York. Who's getting the kids to school? The daddy has to. Like, I feel like once you get the lawyers involved, it becomes nasty. Even when you want it to be, amicable, it's not when the lawyers are like, I want to win. And I feel like it's more the lawyers want to win, and Candy and them are just trying to figure out a way to just make it make sense. She's in New York right now doing the Juliet show. Her mama was just there just recently. So who would take care of the kids?
But see, keep in mind, Candy take care of a lot of people, so Candy really does have to work, and that
She does. But now, why do we think Todd is the only one getting the bag, or why we feel like Todd is the one getting the bag when you just said yourself, Candy take care of her mom, she take care of the aunts, she probably take care of some cousins, some godchildren. She does a lot. I'm not taking that from her, but in that she has to be away from her own, because she has to work hard. Now, she is a go-getter, though. I've just seen her on a recent podcast where Candy was like, people make excuses where you don't have enough time in the day, and she felt like that was an excuse. But if you look at it, she's not even there for her own little ones because of the way she working. So even with me and my hustle, I have to remember I got a 4-year-old, and she has 2 little kids that still need her. So you know, you have the mom and you have the dad, and those are the main two people first when the courts look at it. Not the grandmama, not a nanny. And would you want a nanny to raise your kids? So it's like, I really feel like I wish they would have been able to do mediation, and then, you know, just do whatever split y'all need to do. Once you get the lawyers involved, it get nasty. They just want to win, and you're not worried about the family. And she tried to get the record sealed, so I'm trying to figure out how everybody knows. She keeps trying to get the record sealed because she don't want us to know, and there's a reason.
Yeah, there's something
There's
she
a
don't
reason.
want
So
to come
even
out.
Candy is trying to protect Todd and their marriage and their family dynamics. There's a reason for that.
And it could be that she's just trying to protect her kids.
That's true too.
Yeah,
That's
it could
true
be
too.
that.
Let's not play that today here now. We know. Anywho, all right, next. Since we're talking about love, honey, let's get into something positive.
Yes.
Let's give an update on Meg and Clay.
Okay.
You know, they both celebrated a birthday recently. They are both Aquarius.
What? I mean, what's up with that in Aquarius?
That's all I know about is Leos. I don't know about nobody else zodiac sign but a Leo.
You have to know about other zodiac signs, though, but she sure kind of did a little noise with the Aquarius.
They're cute little Aquarius, honey. I love them together. You know, he just bought her a car, a Bentley, and she threw him a birthday party, which was cute. Bone Thugs and Harmony performed. It was very cute.
That's
I love
cute.
them together.
All right.
I have two questions. One, do you see marriage? Number two, we know Meg from, you know,
Yada, yada, yada.
partying out there. You know, Clay is more of on the softer side, right? So I kind of see like a pattern
we
of
think.
the Sierra and the Rose. So, because Sierra was she wasn't as intense as,
Right.
you know, Megan, but you can kind of see like a dating pattern. Like the girls are starting to kind of wise up a little bit. Like, okay,
Right.
let me go.
Not
for
so
the
many bad
opposite.
boys.
Yes, yes. So, question: do we sometimes choose someone peaceful because we're tired of chaos?
Yes.
My first question: do y'all see wedding bells for these two?
Definitely see wedding bells. She's solidified with the family.
Yeah.
You know, the family lover. I
And
think.
she cooking too. For
Yeah,
She's cooking
she's cooking a
Thanksgiving.
lot, and she's doing the things that a wife would do. And I
Yes.
think at some point, whether we all want to admit it or not, you do. When you build a relationship like that, you do look into the future and you want to see
Yes.
marriage. You know, some people do. Do I think they are a beautiful couple? Yes, I've always been Team Clay before Meg. When he was with Golden State, I was a fan of his. So I want to see them grow. I want to see their relationship, you know, flourish. But sometimes you just get tired of the BS and you don't
Yeah.
want to
Gotta
have to
need somebody
deal with
different.
it, you know. So think about all the stuff she went through. And so maybe this time around, she was like, I'm going to choose peace this time. And this man is like pouring into me, probably
Yes.
like no man ever has
Yes.
before. So
I listened to I think it's the Cobra. Is it Cobra album? I think it's a little Snake album when she's just basically pouring her heart out on the album. And you know, we might like the beats, but I was listening to some of her lyrics. And I remember her saying like she was drinking herself, and nobody cared as long as everybody got paid, right? You know, y'all wasn't paying any attention to what I was going through. The world turned their back on me. They were against me. They try, you know, she cut some people out sometimes. Go put some money on his JPay since y'all care so much.
Yeah.
Or you worry about my body count, but why you worried about it when you ain't tasted it, right? But at the same time, I feel like Clay is her soft spot. And so your question was, do we pick, you know, softer guys for less chaos or something to that nature? And I feel like yes. I ain't trying to go
Get
personal,
tired.
but
Yeah.
for me, my husband was my type, but not my type. Like, he was the softer, calmer side of what I would have probably picked beforehand. Like, if he would have approached me maybe a year or two before, he would have get out my face, right? I still gave him the get out my face at the beginning because he was too soft. As me knowing that I'm an alpha woman, I know that I could be a bit controlling. I don't want to control you. I don't want you to be weak, right? And so, you know, I had to readjust my thinking. And so, yeah, I wanted a softer life. I remember he came into my life in a time where I didn't even hold you. I didn't want to be here. I lost my brother in 2003. I lost my mom to drugs at the time. at the time, the love of my life at the time, and I did not want to be on this earth. And he came later on in that year and was like, you know, I could fix this. And I was like, I don't need no fixing. But, you know, he came and it wasn't overnight, but I was trying to push him away. Go find somebody who wants to be with you, you know, find the kind of girl that's going to be the kind to get married. Clearly, I ain't kind of get married. Like, he proposed to me within 6 months. And I turned him down, told him no. I was all kind of mean. But that was just my wall, my barrier.
That you had
I had
built
put
up.
up. And he stuck around. And I just remember, as cliche as it's gonna sound, I was like, Lord, why am I going through so much? I know I'm an awesome person. Why am I going through so much? And he had just so happened to spend the night. And I looked to my right, and I said, okay, I'll give it a shot. And we've been locked in ever since. So yeah. It happens like that sometimes.
Yeah. And some people, you know, they kind of evolve. You know, my husband is very, looking at him now, you know, people think he's very laid back. And, you know, back in the day, this joker used to do some stuff. And I'm just like, you know, you ain't no thug. Why are you trying to even act like you're a thug? But, you know, back in the day. And I think, you know, opposites do attract.
Yeah.
And I think that's okay. You don't have to. I think that's what makes the relationship interesting. It makes it not so boring when y'all are a little bit different. Because if it's the same,
It's gonna be
and then it's going to be boring. It's going to be
Yes.
mundane. It's going to be routine. You know, flip me over. You know, hang from the chandeliers. You know, so you know, you just don't want their mundane routine. And so,
Just
so
like the movie, Tyler Perry, the marriage counselor.
yes.
How he was so boring. What he said, flip the pillows, turn on the lamp.
Yes.
Yeah,
Totally
Yeah,
different.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's okay not to make the bed up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you ain't gotta have the bed made up every day, or
Or
you
just
can
take
leave.
it.
Yeah, you can leave it. You know, leave the dishes out. You know, I don't know.
Let me be at work. Wait, what you mean? Oh, okay, bend up. Okay, I can do that.
Rude at the door.
I know,
I don't want it to be boring.
but yeah, you don't want it to be boring.
And I'm telling
you know?
y'all think that because they're not bad guys out here in the street talking about F these girls and we want to get all these hoes, just because Clay is quiet on the outside.
Oh, Clay can
Don't
go
need
there,
Clay,
and that's what I said about my
loves a twerking
husband.
nigga.
Yeah, that's what I said about my husband. He looked quiet on, but he will go there. He will
Yes.
go there
He
with
will
you.
go
You might,
there.
yeah.
They seem so calm. Like,
Yeah.
Can you handle Megan?
Only because of the difference with what we know of Megan.
Yeah.
So, you know, I tell people all the time that think that Terrell is this quiet, little laid-back, reserved guy. Let me tell you something. The decisions, I remember when we first got married, his family thought I made all the Terrell decisions. I was like, y'all clearly only see him as little Terrell. You don't understand it. It's a whole grown man with his own mind. And I'm telling you, this man is not as sweet and innocent as y'all think. That's why I get a little too far on social media. And when I say that man told me to get off, I'm not lying.
Sometimes he need to tell you to get off, though. Sometimes.
Listen,
And look, we just talking about one of your social media.
that's true.
Look, cheers. Okay, what you got next? Jamila, you just be doing the most.
I'm
I'm
telling you.
doing the most, honey, because I just want best for my girls, honey. And the next is some breaking news, which is happy news. Rihanna's pregnant again, you guys.
Rihanna, we need to put that thing on
she's
some
pregnant
ice,
again,
girl.
honey. Rihanna was seen glowing and showing at her birthday party, honey.
She Aquarius too?
No, she's Pisces. It's spicy season now.
Oh, it's spicy season now.
Pisces.
I don't know
first.
about no Pisces.
Yeah, so.
But she said she wanted a house full of kids.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
did.
but
She
my
said
thing
that.
is, it's kind of like, girl, let your body heal.
I
Let
agree.
me-
Yes.
But I can't tell nobody what to do with their body. But her and ASAP are just happy in love, and I'm not.
I mean,
gonna
how old
call
is
it
the
yet. I'm
baby?
leaving my
Like, she-
thoughts to myself about that. With
So you
But
don't
the
think
baby
this
can't
is?
be no more than what, 3-4 months?
Yeah.
Is that right? Like, she just had
she
that
just had the
baby.
baby last year.
Yeah, she just had the baby last year.
But like late last year, am I wrong?
But yes, I think so, or probably probably mid. I don't know.
I think
but
it was mid, but
Mid.
still.
trying to
I know
go
that baby's
ahead and
under
get
here.
them out the way now. You know, because some people, some women, you know, women like, you know, Nicki, Beyonce. Well, I ain't gonna say Beyonce waited too late, but some kind of just like put their careers first.
Yes.
And then they
And
try to find a husband and they try to have the kids late. I kind of feel like some women are trying to just go ahead and knock it out now.
Right.
So they can kind of like enjoy and be with their kids, bring their kids on tour with them. So I see a lot of that shifting as well.
Yeah.
Because at first it was just like, you know, career, and it's like, dang, now I can't handle kids. Like, now I got to freeze. my
Well,
eggs
I
and try to
just
find
saw a
something to do.
61-year-old lady have a baby
What about her?
in the United States.
What about her?
I,
You gotta
I don't
say.
know if it was AI, but I saw an article yesterday that it's never too late, and it was a 61-year-old. Her and her husband was both 61.
Oh my goodness.
And yes,
I wouldn't make it.
I don't know about that.
yeah,
I don't know.
so
'Cause, I'm
You
41.
ain't gonna pop another nut?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm at the.
I got one more thing.
Let me tell you, Gavin is 4 years old, and Gavin is me. And I literally have a mini me. And at 41, I'm like, he's
You
winning.
say that now.
He's winning.
He need a
And I'm trying-
playmate.
I'm trying to. No, he don't need a playmate. He has
He's
5
nice.
siblings.
Okay, they're older, and watch you get pregnant again.
No, ma'am. I'm gonna tell you how much it's a no, ma'am. I put my husband specifically on my insurance for the vasectomy. We're not doing it again. We're not, I'm paying an extra amount of money to snip him. I'm done.
but
I'm
you
done.
say to snip him. Have it happened yet?
Not yet.
Well then,
We
look,
just-
like
it's
I
just a new
said,
year.
I know,
I'm
but
claiming it now.
but this is what I say: if you're not doing what it takes to protect yourself, you trying to get pregnant.
We do.
Okay, 'cause I had one person
We have
one
stock.
time
That's a word.
before.
We have stock in there.
A person told me, and she was 40 years old, and so she popped up pregnant, and so she was crying, and I was like, well, did your birth control stop working? And she was like, no, I wasn't taking them. And I was like, well, you were trying to get pregnant. What do you think is
We
gonna
are
happen?
actively not trying to get pregnant from skipping the week to protection.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
Girl.
6 kids is enough. It's enough.
But you got 2 getting ready to leave the house, like back
We
to back,
think-
right?
We don't know. Like 4 of them gonna be back to back starting
back
this
in the day,
year.
they had about 10.
Guess what? This ain't back in the
Yeah.
day, and groceries. We go. Do you
My
have my grocery
aunt
bill?
my aunt had 19.
No, ma'am.
19.
My
Prayers to
granddad
your
and
auntie,
sister.
but not for Keisha.
My granddad and sister
It won't happen for
did.
Keisha.
Yeah, my great
No,
aunt.
But see,
ma'am.
maybe that's what Rihanna's trying to do. You know, she's Caribbean, right?
Yeah, and
She
they.
is.
Maybe she's trying to, you
Yeah.
know, get them
Which
all out.
I remember seeing an article where she talked about like she wanted a house full of kids and that she didn't get this successful in her career so she can have kids and have somebody else raise them. So she don't want a nanny. They love the idea of being kids and babies are cute when
I
they
about to say
little.
that album going far,
It is
far away.
gone.
Oh,
I
she's
was
not
just-
coming back. Would you though? You know, so much is coming out about the industry. Would you want to
Talking
even go
at the time
back?
right now,
Yeah.
it's a lot going on.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Would you want to? Streaming,
telling
the
y'all.
pennies they make from streaming, you're not really doing the record sales like
Or
that.
can
You
do
gotta
it
go
for
on
the
tour
love
like
or
crazy.
of the music.
Yeah.
Some people just do it
Just-
for
maybe
love.
she don't
Like
love it.
Beyonce, honey, she ain't never gonna retire. She loves.
But do you think
That
Rihanna
heifer
love
love
music?
money. She don't love music. She can't even sing.
Beyonce is obsessed with making music.
She can't even sing.
I said, Beyonce?
She's an entertainer.
Who?
Beyonce.
I don't. She can't sing.
I did.
Oh.
Yeah, out of the group.
Beehive. That
I
is
cannot
a.
believe
That is a.
I
lit-
love her. I mean, I
is
love her,
Tasha.
but Kelly and Michelle's voice is way better than Beyonce. Way better.
That's not me.
And so,
Where's the?
and I
those
love, like I
opinions or
say,
Tasha's
I
on?
love Beyonce. I'm 10 toes down with my girl.
Are you?
Always have been. But I'm
can't
so look.
Beyonce can sing.
I'm glad Shallow ain't with us this month because Lord, we be have to call the police up
Beyonce
in here.
can sing. And
Beyonce
perform.
can sing, but she's more of an entertainer.
She's definitely an
And her
entertainer.
voice is
She
nice.
has
But so you
developed very
think
well.
you think she sing better than Jennifer Hudson?
No.
Okay, then
But
Kelly
that's,
and
but
Michelle,
that's
no.
objective. It depends
No.
on what you're looking
No.
for.
It,
Like I
it
say-
depends.
Because
And I'm
Jennifer
gonna say this
Hudson
right
is
quick,
a
and then we
ballad.
gonna
She's
move
soulful.
on. I don't have a good, my ear, I really don't care for Brandy, but y'all love that girl.
Girl, that would be no.
Yeah.
That would be.
Exactly.
But
Actress, yes.
Beyonce is my cup of tea. Let me make that clear. I love Beyonce, love going to her concerts. But to me, her voice is not there where people put her up to be. She is more of an entertainer.
She is, and she has
gonna
got
have to pour
so
some
much.
more.
I would say back in the day, what is it, D-Day, that album, it was so loud. It was just so like, you know.
Honey,
But-
Lil Harris sound better
It
than
was-
Beyonce.
you know what?
Let's get back to
She
love.
has been officially kicked out of the Beehive.
Listen, let's get back to
Oh,
love.
yeah.
'Cause I don't want the beehive come stinging me.
I don't care. Like I say,
Not little Harris. Harris Williams.
Harris, whatever her name is, she do say, I was listening to her singing, lift every voice and sing. She sound pretty good. Did y'all see it? Because actually, Tina shared her post on IG. And so she was like, listen at Lil Harris singing
So you think
the
she
national
sang better
nigga.
than
When Beyonce was little, yeah. Go on to the next one, cause that's exactly how the Bayhive do. They try to let Beyonce take over the whole conversation. And like I say,
Because I'm not even.
I
part of the
love
beehive.
her.
I just wanna be
Waiting
stoned.
on the next album, waiting on the next.
But I will say she's developed. She wasn't a strong.
Correct.
Vocalist.
Yeah, the
She
older
has
she
grown.
get, yeah,
Yes.
but yeah.
But I do think she loves the music. I don't see her return anytime.
I'm staying out of this
Yeah,
conversation.
I don't see her
Yes,
either.
but Brandy. No.
So back to love.
Yeah, let's get back to love, cause sound like I'm hating,
Well, no, she did
and
this first.
I'm not a love. I'm a lover, not a hater. So let's get back to love. So
I ain't trying to get beat up. We have to walk the streets of Macon. I'm not playing with nobody
Girl,
like
you'll get-
Beyonce.
Okay, so let's move on to all things love. Every side of the heart. And Tasha, tell us what this means.
So every side of the heart just talks about love and how we love. But I posed the question before we get into that earlier today, and I asked if February was, if you had to choose a song for the month of February, what song would you choose? And I've listed some songs, and it's probably not one that's on the list, but do you have a song that would resonate with you and what February was for you?
But that's not, romantic. The song
It don't have
that
to be
you put on that
romantic.
playlist, I would say Best Part was mine. I love that song. I do feel like, it does kind of symbolize my union, but I feel like marriage period could be every single, song on that list because you go through moods.
You
Shoot.
do. There is always
But
shifts.
Best Part, Crazy in Love, yeah.
A couple of forevers for
Yeah.
me. I mean,
You a hopeless romantic.
I
She's
am.
such a hopeless romantic.
know.
She just smiled when she said, like, she is
in love
such a
with them.
hopeless romantic.
I
I ain't gonna
am.
tell y'all what she had said on Super Bowl Sunday. We ain't gonna go there.
Oh, yeah.
So, honey, but in it, cause that,
let me tell
you
you.
gonna go and tell it.
Listen,
She just had to just. We was supposed to have a meeting today. She just had to just.
Yeah, she said she
What
had to,
was said-
she had
I
to,
see the whole
she,
thing saying
I
it.
know the
she
guy
said she had to
saying
put that
that.
football on the field.
Y'all don't watch no football.
No, we did. We had a good time. Good time, but.
So a couple of forevers
A couple of forevers,
would be
but
your
I am a
song.
hopeless romantic, man. I just every day I see my husband. I just be like, I love you, and he be like, what you want? I be like, nothing. I don't want nothing. But my kids hear me tell their daddy every single day. Now, of course, I do my kids the same way.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
am literally just like, you don't let them put on no black. Well, what you doing that for? What you doing that to me for?
Oh, so sweet.
Black on for. We've been married. It'll be 19 years in April. We've been married, and we've been.
So y'all got married in 07?
Yes.
We did too. So our
Yes.
20th is next year too.
April 14th is when we got married, and we've been together since 2004. So now, the 2004 was that rocket period of my life. So he didn't get to write me. He got to angry me, to confuse me, to depress me. So when I made a decision to be with him and be in love, I was like, you're gonna get the best part of me. Now, it's not. I'm not sitting here pretending that it's peachy king and we don't have some issues here and there. But when I look at my husband, it's every day. He come in that house, I'm like, oh, I love you with your thick ass. I love me a Teddy Ruxpin, honey. I love me a Thickums. So I don't know. I just love love.
So if I had, I've been thinking about all kinds of songs. So definitely Crazy in Love, Unthinkable, you know, and then Best Part. And then today I was riding and I love Maxwell.
Oh,
My husband
yeah.
loves Maxwell. And one of my favorite Maxwell songs is Till the Cops Come Knocking.
Oh,
So, you know, I love, you know, that we're going to be rocking till the cops come knocking. And so if I had to say, yeah, and like I say, February, oh, wait a minute, Valentine's Day. So
Yeah.
y'all had a good Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
It was good?
well,
Y'all did?
mine wasn't
you.
good in it because it was my time. And
See,
so,
that was me too.
And so I
Yeah.
was like, we're not doing anything, but come this weekend, Unravel Me by Sabrina Carlito is going to be my song of the year.
Oh, wow. Ooh, definitely brewed out the dark. So, did y'all buy y'all husband something for Valentine's Day? Do y'all do that? Because I saw a lot of that on Facebook.
I know.
So I don't
need
need
it.
it.
It's both of ours.
I feel like it's a female holiday.
My
Yeah.
husband said that he saw a lot of women buying things.
Well, let me
I'm
tell
just
y'all
like,
something funny. So,
It's a
I hope
love
she
game.
ain't watching. Lord, I hope she ain't watching because I just told her the other day. So it was two stories on Facebook. One was from a guy, one from this lady. So the guy, he asked the question. He was like, ladies, this was Friday. He was like, y'all shaving tonight or y'all shaving tomorrow? And so that just was like, I just died laughing about that because I was just like, oh, really? And so then, Lord, please don't let her be watching. Someone posted a question, hey, I'm looking for my husband a goat for Valentine's Day. Do anybody know about selling in the baby goats?
I'm so confused.
I'm confused about
Baby,
that.
yeah, baby. She wanted to buy him a baby goat. That was gonna be his Valentine's Day
Oh,
present.
he want to go.
An
He wanted to
actual
go.
goat?
That was she wanted to give him, and so I told her mom. I hope that he watching. I was like, you tell her that man don't want no goat. He want a cat for Valentine's Day. Like, I was like, goat. I was like, she needed.
A goat?
That's what she wanted to buy him for Valentine's Day, a goat. And I was like, and so her mama, of course, turned red as this jacket when I told her. I was like, I need to call her because she was like, you going to tank her. So her mama called her. We was walking somewhere. Her mama called her, put on speakerphone. So I was like, now, girl, you know that man don't want no goat for Valentine's Day. She was like, I don't know what to get him. I was like, a cat. That's what he want. Yeah.
But I strongly believe it's a love day, and it is for men and women.
But why do we put it to one day? Why don't we show that 365?
See, now I say that all the time. Like there is no specific day. It's no because I don't want to put in significance on one day.
Yeah.
So because like you better not wait till Valentine's Day to
Right.
you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Give me
So
anything,
I
yeah.
always feel like it is a 365-day situation. I just know that commercially that's the day. But when that day comes or any day comes, like I'm a person that, as a Leo, I like to give gifts. You know,
Yeah.
that's a part of my
I
love
don't.
language.
I like to receive.
I
ain't gonna lie.
like to see your love of what I purchased you. So
Yeah.
I listen to him and I like to surprise him, not just because it's his birthday or whatever, like just for any days, but I do believe Keisha, I believe Valentine's Day is for men and women. He want to be spoiled too, and he get the cat all the time. So what else is there? What else? Everybody need to put this wine down.
Well, you know what? I've always heard, and I remember Pastor E. Dewey Smith used to say this a lot. He used to say, people always tell myself, well, you got everything. What you want? Why do you want more? What else could you get that person? They already got everything. And you know what he used to say? Some more of everything.
Oh, yeah.
And so just get some more
Some
of
more of
everything.
everything.
But I just don't feel like we, as in me and my husband, we just don't put like a limit on just that day.
agree.
You know, we just,
agree.
like I got this.
Listen.
We went to dinner the next day and
Yeah.
the candy and the card and all of that. But it's just, to me, another day.
It
I don't
is.
have to
It's another
seek
day.
any
I agree.
validation through Valentine's Day.
agree.
But
Especially
yeah,
when you've been with your spouse
it's
for
for
so
a long
long.
Yeah, 20
time,
years.
yeah. And we
Yeah.
tend to, and sometimes I do think about this. I was like, we always just, if we want something, we go get it, or we tell each other we gonna get it. So we just don't. There's really like, there's never any surprises with us when it
Exactly.
comes to
Yeah.
gift. Never, never.
I agree.
But we did have a good dinner out, and the norm.
Yeah.
So, but did you answer the question? Oh, you said
did.
crazy in love.
Yeah, I
Okay.
said Crazy in Love. I said, what else I said? Best Part too. I like
Okay.
Best
Yeah, best part. That is a beautiful song. Are y'all renewing y'all vows next year?
I want to renew my vows, and I plan to. I don't think I'm gonna do a wedding though. I do want to do a
husband said he
styled
wanna do a wedding.
bridal shoot though. Me, my husband, my children, where it's like magazine bridal shoot. I do want to do that for upgraded photos and stuff, but I don't think I'm gonna do the whole party and stuff like that. I don't know yet. That's what I'm going back and forth on. I know the wedding part is gonna be intimate, probably just us and the kids. But do I want to go through throwing a whole party and for what? And I don't know. I just remember when we got married, it was just so much drama after the fact. Like, this person said that, or they had this to say about this, or, they talked about us, the wedding afterwards. And after that, it was like, I paid for you to eat. I paid for you to celebrate with us. And our get back was you to talk about us because we sure didn't have a lot of presents on the table. So and that's another thing I've noticed too. People come and they celebrate for free,
don't give.
and they don't
And they
even give a gift anymore. Like the gift giving has gone away. So we are going to do vow renewals. It's just trying to figure out how intimate we're gonna do it and where we're gonna do
Yeah,
it.
and you could do a destination
Yeah.
vow renewal. We thought about that.
I thought about that,
do-
but I don't know about with this travel stuff.
Oh. Girl, didn't you come downtown Macon today? You made it safely here. That's my thought. I know it is a lot going out there, and but I have booked my summer trip. Next month for spring break, we're going on a cruise, the three of us and another family. And then my best friend, she turns 50 this year. And so we're going to Italy in May, even though her birthday is in August. So we'll celebrate her birthday in May because that's the only week I can really travel because of basketball during the
Yeah.
summer. But so I'm looking
There's
forward
no
to
way your
that.
best friend is turning 50.
Yeah.
She looks good.
Yeah, so
Tamiko is beautiful,
yeah.
honey.
So-
Come on, red lipstick. When she put that red lipstick on, come on, Tamiko. But
But I feel like with love, as we get back to love, I'm gonna ask these questions, and let's talk about this, because like I said, love is not just a person. Sometimes you can, be in love with too much wine. At one point in my life, I was in love with too much Little Debbie's. It could be anything. Right after my mom died, I thought I was gonna eat I thought I was gonna buy stock in Little Debbie honey buns, but that was my comfort when I was going through after her death. But question, is comfort sometimes the biggest reason people stay stuck?
yes.
The love of, I'm comfortable on this job, I'm comfortable in this relationship, I'm comfortable in what I wear and what I eat, I had a family member, I mean, they didn't say this directly to me, but it got back to me. When you said red lipstick, it reminded me, that's why I pop it on all the time. But said, there she come with that red lipstick.
Oh,
Yeah, there
that's
she
not-
is.
that's her
Yeah,
signature look.
that is
Yeah.
her. Yeah, and ever since then, I make sure, like every weekend, I don't wear it much during the week during work, but on the weekends, I'm gonna have on my Hot Mama, I'm gonna have on my Ruby Woo, I'm gonna have on my Rihanna MVP, one of the three. But, and for a while, I look back at some pictures recently, and I was like, dang, I looked so plain Jane. I didn't know who I was without my red lipstick. But anyway, do you feel like you cross the line when you move out of those comfort zones? You don't?
I feel like you have to move out of comfort zones. I feel like it's not just romantically as well. I feel like a lot of times, even for myself, you may stay in a position for too long.
Yes.
You may stay in a career for too long. And I feel like staying in places where you know you have outgrown those spaces, it's only hurting you. It's not hurting the
I
people
agree.
around you. So I feel like you're not crossing the lines. I feel like that's the main reason why people stay stuck. And I'm speaking from experience. You not stay in places too long.
I don't think that you cross the line. I know that anytime I've ever stayed somewhere longer than what I should have, longer than what God have already showed me the red flags, it did not end well for me. Whether it was career, whether it was love, like people were like showing me, girl, you ain't the one. Or either we don't want you here, or you're not who I want to be with. And there's something, because I do love, or I have this crazy thing with loyalty where I don't want to let someone down, right? So like, I remember when I was in education, God had already told me, this is your last year. Make this your last year. And I was like, okay. Then the principal was coming around and I was like, you know, to renew. And it was supposed to be my last year. But I signed on for another because I was like, I don't want to leave the kids yet. I want to see this group of kids go through. And I will tell you, that was my hardest year in education. It was the one I had to go. Keisha 3.0 had to come out, and it was just not who I was, but it was the hardest year in education. But I should have listened when he told me, this is your last year. Not because I wasn't doing a good job, but I've overstayed.
Yep.
I'm getting too comfortable, and he made it very uncomfortable the next year. Same time, you know, I don't have a lot of relationships to speak about. I've been in 3 real relationships in my entire life. My husband is the 3rd guy I've ever been intimate with in my whole life. So it's not, I don't have a lot of experiences, but the experiences I do have, there were signs that said, it's your time to go.
And God will
And
make
I did
you
not go.
move.
Yeah.
He will
They
make you
love.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, you'll get put in on a very uncomfortable situation because it sometimes block what's ahead for
Right.
you, and by staying in that situation,
Right.
you know, you miss out on your blessings sometimes.
That's
So,
true.
but yeah, I tend to. I like comfort, but then I also like chaos. I like organized chaos. You know, if you look at my desk at work, I have stuff most of the time everywhere, all over my desk, but I could tell you where everything is. But, you know, so sometimes I love organized chaos, but staying in your comfort zone can limit your potential because you never know the what if you don't step out there and try something different, you know. I remember years ago on Sex in the City. Y'all used to watch that? I know y'all young.
I've seen a couple episodes.
and,
I don't remember all the episodes.
And Samantha, she was like, I'm trisexual. I'll try anything once, you know. And so you do have to go out there and just try new things, you know, so that you don't move out of, so you don't stay in that comfort zone.
I agree.
Okay, so the next question I have, oh yeah, this is kind of going back to what we talked about with Fantasia. Oh, this is like a whole sermon here. Can real love sometimes look like distance or boundaries, especially with family, even when you still care deeply about them?
Yeah.
Yeah, and to me, this go back. I think I told y'all this one time. My aunt called me the sugar daddy of the family because I was always the one that everybody ran to and asked for everything, no matter what it was. And I was always willing to give. And so then I had to learn to kind of take a step back and like to know my limits, to say, hey, I'm not going to do it like a couple of my family members. I do their taxes, just a few of my family members, like my little cousins, because I felt like they was going out paying all this money for no reason. And so they called me this year, and I was like, y'all know I'm busy. If I do your taxes, I'm only going to do them on the weekend. And I was like, do not call me and ask me,
Yeah,
like,
don't
have
bother
you
you.
done? Like, the moment you call and do that, come pick them up. Because I don't have time. And
Right.
so you do, and I really should have said no.
Yeah.
I really should have said no this year, but it's just 3 of them, but I still feel bad because I didn't say no, because now that pressure is on me, to get them done, and then I'm like, you just should have stuck with what you said and said no, then you wouldn't have all this pressures, but I just love my family so much, and I feel like I have to help them. Then I had one email me like, can you help me do a resume? And I'm like, you got Chat GPT, you got all this
everything.
stuff out here.
Yeah.
Like, I can't continue to be the resource. It's too much available. I don't mind sharing it and leading you to it, but I'm not gonna be that person to do it anymore. Like I said, they would come to me for their resumes, and I just can't. I just don't have the time to. So.
I agree.
Yeah, I had
So
a
I'm
family
guilty
member
of
like
it.
that, too.
I'm very guilty. And, I've came a long way, but I felt myself slip back last month. So I'm kind of mad at myself, for, saying yes. And I got them done, but it was just like.
You said that, man, like, I got him
I
done.
got them done.
You be more so mad at yourself.
Yeah,
no.
like, I should have just said
You
no.
went against your boundaries that you set
I
for certain
sure
people.
did.
So it's
And I
really
just
not
felt
personal.
like, because they're family, and they're close family. Like, this isn't like distant family. They're like my nieces and nephews. And so I'm just like, but you still, if anything, I should have did like I did my niece last year. I taught her how to do her own.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm guilty of that.
Well, I have gotten better. I used to be like that. It was a certain family member that I would always fix her problems. She could, I don't really gonna put them on blast, but I would always be the bridge, right? You can kind of go off, get goals, and be disrespectful over here, and I would always be that bridge to kind of bring you back to the family, if that makes sense. Then I had to realize, like, I'm not letting her learn her lessons. God is taking her through this journey, and I'm seeing her interrupting God's word.
Right.
Because she has to get to a point where she's tired of falling on her face.
Yes.
She has to rebuild. And I do see certain patterns coming back up, but am I finna say something? No.
Right.
I'm not gonna get involved. I'm not gonna say anything. And if you ask me, I'm not gonna help you. And that's me showing you love. I love
Tough
you
love.
enough. Tough love. I
Tough
love you
love.
enough. And it's my other sister. We kind of recognize the patterns. Like, nah, you know what? We see this cycle starting again. We just gonna let her do what she do. And if you don't talk to me, it's okay. I'm okay, but you'll come back around. But I love you enough to let you go and be your own woman. And you older than me. I'm the baby.
For me, my husband was my catalyst of setting boundaries, because I do deal with some abandonment issues. When I let you in, and I love you, I love hard on you, and I don't want to disappoint you. I don't want you to be mad with me. To the point, like, when me and my husband first started dating, I had some relatives that would come and they would take my lotion, my deodorant, perfume, whatever, and I just be like, okay, I'll just buy some more, right? He moved in with me, of course, so he was just like, hey, yo, don't be taking our lotion. What y'all doing? And so they were like, before you came, we can get anything we wanted out of Keisha. And I was like, he was like, well, that's done. That's over. You're not gonna keep using her like that. And so, that did make room for people to be like, they all that. You know how that goes. You know that story. But then I remembered how much peace I had afterwards. Even though they might have their issues, they'll come back around eventually, but knowing I don't have to go rebuy the brand new lotion I just bought, or the whatever they took, I didn't have to replace it, because if that's your version of love, then I don't want it.
Right.
And I had to learn that too. And with setting my boundaries is that allowing people and people pleasing, allowing people to use you is not love. And that's an issue with them, and they see that weakness within you. So now, 20 years with a man who's like, hey, they ain't coming to taking our stuff. Yeah, it's different now. It's different. It's a whole, you can be mad all you want to, like you said. Now, even down with our children, we're like that. My oldest daughter, she don't, she has a job, or most of my kids have jobs, because either they work through me or they work separately. And I don't make them pay bills, but you're not going to come to us every time you mess up your money. You mess up your money, you're going to have to sit in it.
Yeah.
You'll learn the next time not to mess up your money, because when you leave us and your mortgage or your rent is $1,500 a month, I'm not paying that in my $2,000 a month mortgage. You know what I mean? So I need you to get some act right. And so, yeah, I mean, you have to set the boundaries and then accept whether that distance is for them and whether they learn, because it's all in love. I don't hate you, but this is me, like you said, Jamila, loving you enough to let you go and figure this thing out.
Got to. I love
And that's the hard part in it. It's not even the relationship, it's the opinions, navigating how everybody feel about how you protect your boundaries.
Exactly.
But you have to get over that too, because it, like I say, it again, still mad at myself.
2026, we said we weren't doing that.
And I know, I said it. I said 2026, it was
on the bingo card.
Yep. And so, but you know,
Time, it's only February.
I'm finished now. Oh yeah, that's it now.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
I've done my
But you get
favor
mad
for the
at
year.
yourself. I be the same way. I get so mad at myself. I'm like, dang, I said I wasn't gonna do that.
Yeah, I've done my favor for the year, and so the rest of the year, it's all about Tamika
Yes.
Hill. And so,
I call you Tamika.
you can't call me that. Somebody else already called me
Well, I'm
that.
call you Tamika.
Somebody already called me that. And so,
And ma'am, you, what's your name, Herman?
What's my middle name?
Yes.
Rose.
Rose, stop lying.
My Naomi Rose, Anikisha Rose.
okay, well that's cute, but boy, can we call you Rose?
No, you cannot call me Rose.
No.
That's an old lady.
No.
That's an
No.
That's an
It's
old lady.
Mila Rose.
But now, you know what? That's my mama's theme song.
Or
for me.
what I just said.
Aretha
Roses
Roses.
smell like
Oh,
That's what I was
Ain't
going
of it all. Hey.
But anyway, but love is love, and I truly believe love is not what we say, but it's what we do.
I agree.
And that's a line stolen from my uncle. He says that all the time. It's what we show people. It's in those acts of kindness and, going, sometimes you can't be kind, though. Sometimes it's protecting your peace, because you
is.
got to have that inner love, I think, to be able to project outward love. And if your self-esteem is low and all of that, you can't love somebody properly because you don't even love yourself.
But can we tap on the self-esteem part, on the self-love part of things? Because like now you see my social media, I'm out loud and proud, but there was a time. There was a time I did not see what I see today. Like the beauty I feel I see in me, I did not see in the past. And so your self-esteem, while some people say, I don't have low self-esteem, I think we have to be honest with ourselves on a lot of things, because what you accept in life really truly falls back on your self-esteem. Whether you can be the prettiest girl. I've seen the prettiest girls with the lowest self-esteem allowing crazy abusive relationships, crazy things happening mentally and physically, and it all ties back to how they feel about themselves or what was instilled in them when they were children. And what helped me get through my little era is true therapy. Like, I didn't go to nobody in Macon, I ain't gonna hold you. I drove right on up to Atlanta. I didn't go to anybody in Macon, but I drove every Thursday and really had to sit on somebody's couch about that. So if you know that you're dealing with self-esteem issues, you're dealing with situations that you should not be dealing with, and you just don't understand why or the way out, I highly suggest getting someone that you can talk with outside of family, outside of friends, and diving deep into that self-love. You'll be surprised what come out on the end.
That's true. That's very, very true. Yep. Any last thoughts? Well, we got to toast it up to love, ladies.
Toast it up to love and all sides of the heart.
All sides.
All sides of the heart.
We want to thank our sponsor, Woodman Life, for sponsoring us. We'll be back sometime next month. I got to look at my schedule, and y'all look at y'all's schedules, and we'll
We'll
see.
be back soon, honey.
But we'll be back soon, maybe sooner than we think.
Yeah, we might be popping
We
up.
might pop
with
up a little bit.
Depends on what happened in the news.
It sounds like we
There's a
need.
lot we didn't even cover.
It sounds like we need to go ahead and start Brood After Dark.
Oh.
No, it's good.
If I start Brood After Dark, y'all can't hold me to it. Don't be
Well,
around telling my
no,
business.
if we start Brood After Dark, it will be as much as diverse and open I like to be. It will be a private membership only.
We got a
Private.
few things lined up already.
Yes.
Yeah, that we can talk about.
What?
Plans. The class.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The class I did?
The class
Yes, the class you
session,
did.
yes.
Yeah, the class I
That's
did.
gonna be episode
Oh,
one.
I could teach them. Oh, Jesus. These are my girls, and I'm trying to mentor them the right way, but I'm mentoring them the whole way, because they know I be telling them some
Yes.
stuff.
Yes.
What to do?
That's after dark.
That's after dark. But yeah, after dark would be a very selective.
I
You
get
know,
We're grown on after dark. We're grown.
you, grown. Okay. Well, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. And again, this is Brood. We'll see you all next time. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.